Good morning. My name is Jason Finch from Jason Finch & Associates. Appreciate your time today. Today, the theme of my video is to talk about the current status of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. As you may or may not know, the USCIS has experienced a huge shortfall in their income levels, and they have gone to Congress to ask for bailout. I think it's 1 point something billion in order to pay their employees. So the question is, how did all of this happen? And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. What's happened is this. Number one is the policies of the Trump administration, where they've turned USCIS from an agency that looks to provide benefits for those wanting to immigrate to the United States to an agency that is supposed to be an extreme vetting agency to protect the rights of, or protect the jobs of U.S. citizens. And so with this happening, immigration has hired many more people to staff their offices, and these people are not adjudicating applications. Rather, what they're doing are they are issuing requests for evidence or notices of intent to deny, basically building a bigger wall of bureaucracy in order to quote-unquote vet those who are applying for the benefits to become permanent residents or citizens or what have you. Now, the other thing that's going on here, again, per the Trump administration, is USCIS is not adjudicating any green card applications or from the consulates or at the local field offices. This was apparently done for reasons of COVID-19, which I can understand. Recently, USCIS has reopened. They are now adjudicating citizenship applications. They're still not adjudicating residency applications at this time. So what has happened here then is traditionally USCIS has run 97% of its budget using filing fees from applications. Well, in an attempt to dissuade individuals from filing for immigration benefits, the administration created the extreme vetting, and their plans are working. People have stopped filing. They've become frustrated with the system. The system has become overbearing to many people, and as a result, they've stopped applying. And also as a result, with the inflated employment or the more employees that was necessary for the extreme vetting, immigration or USCIS doesn't have a budget anymore to be able to pay their employees or to do their job. That, combined with the quarantine from USCIS, has put them in a bind. Therefore, they've gone to Congress to ask for help. But on the other side, and what the reality really be here is that they are going to increase their fees in an attempt to regenerate that income. Obviously, they know also by increasing fees, they're going to decrease the number of applicants again. However, they are hoping to balance the fees they need to be able to maintain their economic budget. So, I've had several clients ask me, well, what can we do here? Obviously, there's not a whole lot we can do to stop the fees from increasing, but if you're in a process of getting married and you want to apply for your resident status, you might consider now as a good time to do that before filing fees increase. And by increase, we're talking that they're probably going to double from what they are now, if not triple. So, for example, you might be paying around $1,600 between all the fees for resident status in the United States through adjusting status in the United States. I can see that tripling, going up to $3,500, $4,000 in the future, just so immigration can attempt to balance their budget. But the way I see it is, if you file now, you're going to be grandfathered in, even though immigration is not currently adjudicating any green card applications. You can still file your application. You can still get started processing the employment authorizations where they're authorized. You may have to wait, a number of years for your application to be adjudicated, but you're already grandfathered in under the old filing fee structure. So I just wanted to throw that out there at you to give you something to think about. as you go forward in considering, whether or not you want to immigrate to the United States, whether or not you feel like this is the right place for you. Obviously, we are going through some tremendous changes and some ugly things in this country, but I think all of our minority brothers and sisters are being heard at this point, and we need to be listening. And I think if we will listen, we can make this country a much better place and still be a great place to raise your family. So that's what I wanted to say today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section, and I appreciate your time. Thanks.